Yo, how you guys doing, man? Hope you guys are doing well. It's a little chilly today, but it's still, the weather is like, man, the weather's still nice. Just dropped the kids off at school and they're doing good. Baby Sky Money's a bit sick, but overall he is good. Also, Kid Sky Money is starting swim lessons. Like he started like last week and that's crazy. Like for real, he is just growing up so fast. Like it's crazy. And the reason he started swim lessons is because I think here in the Netherlands, it's actually required. So you basically got to sign him up because there's canals and water everywhere. So yeah, here everybody's chilling, everybody's healthy, everybody's good. But anyway, let's go ahead and head into work because I don't want to be late and I don't want to miss my meeting. So yeah, we got to head into work. Okay, just got done with a meeting. Oh, a little low. But yeah, I've been listening to a Mark Manson video where he's interviewing Matt from Yes Theory. If you don't know who Mark Manson is, subscribe to Mark Manson. I'm gonna link his channel below. He's the guy who wrote The Art of Not Giving a F.
At the peak of your fame and fortune, you decide to hang it up. This is the story of today's guest. Grew a massive channel and then called it quits. So what the f, dude? You're giving up the dream.
The thing that really stood out to me the most that made me want to like stop, like I literally stopped and rewinded a couple of times to just re-listen to it, was when he was talking about being friends with a bunch of people in Hollywood who work in television and movies, and how when he talks to a lot of these guys, they all kind of have a similar fork that they come to in a road where
in any creative line of work, everybody I know in TV and film, everybody I know in music, do you write the song that you know is gonna get more streams, or do you write the song you want to write? Do you pitch the TV pilot that you really care about, or do you pitch the TV pilot that is probably going to get picked up by the production company? The saying in Hollywood, which is you do one for them and one for you.
Hey, I'll just sit this right there.
Yes.
Columbia, this is Houston.
Okay, so you have intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. And extrinsic motivation is what a lot of people operate off of. Take me for example, I have a job and when I do my job, I get paid. That is extrinsic motivation. I'm actually motivated to do my job and do it well. If I fix cars, I'm actually motivated to fix the car to get the money. So when it comes to working our jobs, it's very transactional and all the external rewards benefit us in these transactions. Side note, little car. All right, who wants shotgun? See, look at this. Got the doors off and everything. Holy snap, hugging the block. And now there is nothing wrong with this external motivation and this transaction. Matter of fact, it works very well when it comes to like regular jobs. It's when it comes to creativity and creative jobs, that's when it gets tricky.
And what the research finds is that external motivation is really, really good for non-creative tasks. External motivators kill creative work, like destroy the motivation for creative work.
And not for nothing, I think this is so true because think about how your favorite artists, think about their first album and how raw and amazing it was. For a lot of artists, a lot of their first albums were their best albums. And the same could actually be said for TVs and movies. Like you'll see that a lot of like the director's first movies or their short films, those were their best work they've ever done. But as soon as they get connected to a studio and get big contracts involved, that's when things change. You know what? I think I had a taste of this when I made my first commercial, my first promo when I was working in on-air promo. And I think the first commercial I ever made was a How I Met Your Mother commercial. And man, I'm not even gonna lie, it made me feel some type of way. And I also had a taste of this when I was making like actor reels for actors. Like, I'm telling you, it makes you feel some type of way when the reward is not like internal, which actually, you know what? It's about to start raining. Hold on. Dang it, I want to finish this video. We might have to duck in somewhere. Dang. Okay, had to hop in real quick, get out the rain. don't know where that rain come from, man. Jeez, and it was raining a lot. But anyway, pimpin'. Now let's talk about intrinsic motivation. And intrinsic motivation is basically
You're doing this for yourself. You know, you really care deeply about it, or it's just fun, enjoyable, you want to be good at it.
I've had so many situations where I remember I was editing, I took up a job to edit a short film, and I'm thinking like, okay, this is great experience. Oh, I can put this on, I can put this in my reel. And now guys, I don't mean an Instagram reel. I mean like a show reel. But man, I still remember this. I remember giving them the first cut and then us making some corrections. Cool, right? That was amazing. But then by like the 6th revision, I was over it. And it was like, why am I even doing this if you're just gonna rip it apart? But then side note of that, it was also, it was easy money. And I still remember what ended up happening with that. The original cut was the best one. Everyone overall liked the original cut the best. So I just spent all this time ripping these cuts apart when the original one that I made was the best one, and that's the one that they ended up going with anyway. But yeah, this is a perfect example of extrinsic motivation killing the creative process. And now, believe it or not, but creators go through this all the time. I actually have a friend who actually told me about the exact same thing, where he made a video that was sponsored, he sent it to the company, they didn't like certain parts of the video, so they told him to cut it out and put whatever they wanted in there, and he did. They didn't like that either, and they cut it out, put whatever they wanted again there, and so on and so on. Basically, this guy had to do revisions for this sponsorship deal.
The closest thing I've ever heard to any solution comes from Hollywood, which is there's a saying in Hollywood, which is you do one for them and one for you. You do like one Marvel movie that's gonna make a shitload of money, so then the studio agrees to greenlight your passion project that's gonna lose a bunch of money. Yeah. And then you just go back and forth.
As a creator, I think it's very important to understand that a lot of our motivation and a lot of our the way we feel about ourselves, a lot of that comes from internal. We don't get motivated to do something from external sources. This is something that we need to keep in mind, especially as creators. I mean, because for a lot of us, the money is just a bonus, and actually adding money and looking for external motivations and external rewards hurts us as creators, because that's not why we got into it. We got into it to get good at it. We got into it because we love it and enjoy it, which is why I think we really got to put value in the journey and the experience, not in the money or the drip. We gotta put the value in the journey, because the journey is always promised, versus like the joy that we get from like the money or using new drip and all that other stuff. That joy is short-lived, but the journey, I'm telling you, the journey's always promised, and that happiness will last forever. Okay, that meeting is over, and that was a long meeting. Wow, look how freaking dark it is, and oh man, and it's still raining. God dang it! Which means I think we're gonna have to wrap the. We are trying to find some lighting up in this piece. Which means we are gonna have to wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, like, comment, and subscribe. Also, I gotta give a huge shout out to today's coffee sponsors. If I could find some light. Those are Let's Go Helio, NL Gadget Freak, and Rambling Weirdum. Thank you so much for the coffee. You guys are some ninja bosses. And Pippin, if you want to buy me a coffee, don't be shy. That link is down below. But if not, no tea, no shade, because y'all know I ain't a hater. And in the comments below, let me know what you think about Mark Manson's One For You and One For Them. Like, I would love to know in the comments below. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, because I enjoyed making. Make sure you like the video and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. And now I gotta get ready for this next meet. Oh, there's a light in that. Uh-oh. There we go.